It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
They're led out by the ninth-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr going to throw right away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes Cohen. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Darnold. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
He's at the 50. 30.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it was almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the end zone, here's Darnold.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here's Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. Oh, good move by T.Y. Hilton.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Carr completes it, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Darnay Holmes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on first down, Carr.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Keep going.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. leverage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Hassan Reddick now with his second sack here on opening night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be...
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown. Now a play fake. Carr sliding out of the pocket. And his first pass is incomplete. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game. And the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the two best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball again on second down.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now the 4th-year running back, this is Devin Singletary.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Carr. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Singletary again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
A give running right is Hall.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Hooper. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. It's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to try and go deep again. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Carr, and that's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Darnold. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Carr now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Carr to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about in the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Haason Reddick now with his second sack here on opening night. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Darnold. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Darnold from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. It's down, it's Darnold.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Darnold keeps it. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
They'll run with Hall. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Breece Hall with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Looks good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get it, man.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw with Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive is success, 19 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Carr. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give, Singletary right side. And he's brought down.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Singletary.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to run with Singletary. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, no, he lost the football. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, 1 by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
On first down, Carr steps away to his left. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Now Carr. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Darnold. This is Smith on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff for Hall. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hall again on second down.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Cowboys, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday.